The first game to look at is the game between Swan Districts and South Fremantle, played at Bassendean yesterday, and it was billed more as Stephen Michael's 200th game, and here's our tribute to a great footballer and a great man.
The thought of playing 200 games in succession didn't make any difference to Stephen Michael. Saturday, June the 25th, was just another chapter in his illustrious football career. The day began as usual at his Coolbellup home. A cup of coffee in front of television, a chance to study what the critics have said in the morning paper, and a chance to gather his thoughts.
Well, today means puts me in a bracket of a top line of players who played 200 games of footy. You know, it's something that no one really could achieve this day. Had a lot of ability and injury pro, and you need to be very dedicated to the sport of football.
Over the past 199 games, has there ever been an occasion where you thought you wouldn't front up for a Saturday?
Actually, this year against in our first game against Perth, I had a very bad back injury, and I went to quite a few people to get it right. And on a Wednesday, I declared myself unfit to Brownie, and I went back to a physio in East Fremantle called Peter Howie, and she had me right, and by Friday afternoon I was able to play. But otherwise, there was the only time I recall that not going to front up.
Time to leave for a day in his honour. His gear packed and the family in the car. His next stop was Fremantle Oval. From there, it was onto the bus to the station and all aboard the Stephen Michael Express to Bassendean. Steve admits that he doesn't like a lot of fussing about, but when you're the star attraction, signing autographs and posing for photos is just part of the job. More than 1,400 people took the special train to Success Hill and then walked alongside their champion to the ground for the important meeting with Swan Districts. In the rooms before the game, there was that air of confidence and determination, a determination to win the game for the brilliant Bulldogs ruckman.
He's been a great player, and I only hope today that the players can perform and win the game for him. I think the amazing thing about him is 200 straight, and the fact that he's always been so competitive in the 200, it's amazing how he's got through injury-free.
The only tribute I hope to pay to him today is to play as best as I can so that we win it for him.
He's done a lot of things in the past that's individual for himself, but also for the team benefit. He's won a lot of games for us, and we're quite prepared to win one for him today.
Even stars of the past were there, like Fred Sr., the man who made way for the kid from Kojonup.
Stephen Michael is, in my opinion, the best footballer that has ever graced the turf in Western Australian football. I think the public in Western Australia are very lucky to have a player of his ability, and they have to go a long way to see a player of the same ability as what Stephen has.
We say congratulations, Stephen Michael. Step aside.
And Moscone. Michael, look at him go. Well played, Stephen Michael. Magical stuff. Kimberley can't get it out. Finally, Mount does to Hardy and turn to Stephen Michael, the man of the moment. It's still Stephen Michael. He's executed that kick nicely to Stazanowski. Plenty of courage. Rowe. No one going anywhere. Whoa, Michael threw it 100 miles an hour. And he used his body, and who is it that's down? Is it Baker?
As the game progressed and Swans piled on the goals, it was evident that Stephen Michael's 200th consecutive match was going to be a disappointment. And it was a dejected champion that sat in the rooms after the final siren. It was one of the biggest hidings ever handed out at Bassendean. But no one player could be singled out for the blame. And as for the double-century man, well, it was one match you'll have to forget.
Yes and no, really. You can't forget it because it's a children's game, but we always have trouble up there for the last 2 or 3 years. They had the wood over us until we get over that bit of a hoodoo, and we can start looking for bigger and better things when we come up here next time.
You got a bit of flack from the Swan District's crowd there for a while. A bit disappointed with that?
Oh no, I don't know. Didn't say yes and no really. Well, I got Ron Boucher and South got to me, and if the big men were taken out of their game today, you'll have all little fairies run around and they're not allowed to touch one another, with one another, and they'll be watching netball or something like that there. I think football need blokes like me and Ron Boucher in the game to make the crowds a bit bigger and make the sporting a little bit better in the competition.